No, Debbie, I was trying
You are live. Hello.
saying hello and bumped send. Gotcha.
How you guys doing? There's Glenn and Thelma and Irene, Brenda. Good to see everybody. There might be more messages up above that I can't see yet. Let's see if there are. See if I missed anybody.
Where'd my little button go? There it is.
Yeah. There's Sharma. I think I said Sharma, but I'm not certain I did, so I'll say it again. Hello, Sharma. And there we go. I want you guys to meet a special guest today. Is it okay if she's on camera? Lily, come here for a minute, baby. Come here.
Go over to Debbie.
We have a special guest in the studio area today. This is our very good friend, Lily. This is Margie's granddaughter, Lily. Can you say hi to everybody? Look at that camera right there and say, hi, everybody.
Hi.
You're awfully cute.
You're
you know
on
that?
TV?
Yeah, can you see yourself? Yeah.
I do.
Yes, you do. So you can see when you turn your head. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do this. I can do this.
We have people on TV
Yeah.
watching. Do you want to tell them what you now know how to do?
What?
Can you show them?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to show them?
I want to show them
Oh, can we do how to spell your name?
Yes.
Okay. Will you tell them, please?
Yeah.
Are you trying to tell Debbie or you want to tell the camera?
I want to tell Debbie.
Okay, well, you turn around here. Here, we'll go sideways so they can still see you. What did you want to tell me?
Lily.
Lily. Yay! That's so
my
good.
name.
That's so good. I probably better let you down or we better build a card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we could do this all day.
We do this all day because you're just too cute. Too cute for words, that one.
Lily.
Okay. So I want one of those. Who said that? I'm not sure who said that, but that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like a couple of those, please. That would be great fun. But my time will come. One of these days, my time will come and I'll get some of those. Irene called her Little Margie. Okay, today we are going to work on the magazine craft kit, Crafting with Hunkydory. This is number 75. And I wanted to do this because I really wanted once upon a time to do the Primrose Lane cards. And I waited too long and they all sold out. But this magazine has some card faces a lot like Primrose Lane. So I decided that, well, I still had some of those beautiful little cottages. I was going to make some of these cards. And we happen to have quite a few inserts from the Primrose Lane card set, which will go marvelously with these cards. So we're going to give you, if you buy this magazine, you get a free pack of the Primrose Lane inserts. So let's move the camera down. Oh, it was Glenn that said I want one of those. Yeah, me too, Glenn. She's beautiful. Come in quite a bit more.
I know. I hit the wrong button backwards.
All right. There we go. Now we're getting there. Okay, let's show you the toppers first of all. In fact, I need to sort out what goes with what. There's actually kind of some different themes here. So I'll pick out the cardstock for these as we go. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Look at that cardstock. Isn't that pretty? Love that. Haven't seen it yet. Okay, let's see what goes where. So, can I pick out one of these that goes with this house? That one definitely goes with this, because there's the bird house right there. And I'm guessing it might be this one for the foiled cardstock. That's just a guess, though. We'll see. This one with the trees most goes with, and let me show you these as we go. Here's the cottages. Look how beautiful those little cottages are. Let's see if we can find one with those cottages in it. Should have done this in advance if I'd realized it was going to be more difficult. But I didn't. I can actually kind of put anything with anything. They all match nicely. But there's nothing to tell me exactly which ones were intended to go together.
Maybe the other topper might show you where you need to go next, and then you can see what's left.
That's true. That's true. So I think I showed you this, but let's show you that again. There's the houses. Love them. And here's a little potter shed and tea in the garden. How cute is that? And we have, it looks like we're inside. No, we're out in the garden, but we've got a ladder set up with plants on it. That's cute. And bloom where you're planted. We have a wheelbarrow. I saw a wheelbarrow on one of these, didn't I? I thought I did. Maybe not. Okay. Well, we'll just get started with one here and we'll go from there. I don't know where they go.
Maybe I
Oh, it's okay.
see.
It
Are you
doesn't
okay?
matter. Yeah. I mean, I could just use anything with anything. They're all fairly neutral. Okay. Alrighty. I see one I'm kind of excited about right off. I see this birdhouse here. I'm going to take this birdhouse and go to a glittered card with it. So I've got some news I need to share. I thought about sharing it last night, and I just didn't feel up to talking about it yet. So I'm going to do so today. We have made a decision concerning Bryce's dad. I think I've shared with you that he had just a really nasty cold that came on. He got it at the same time Bryce did, and they've both been down forever. And Bryce is still coughing and hacking with it. Bob is a little bit too. But it really took a toll on Bob cognitively. And he's just not coming back from it. He's at a point now where he's pretty much fully dependent on us to eat, to help him, to dress him, to do pretty much everything. And he can't stand up on his own. As long as he's not too tired. But his care for the last couple of weeks has been particularly intense. And Bryce and I, you know from our discussions over time that it had always been our goal to keep Dad at home as long as we could. But we have reached a point in time where we just know this is more than we're going to be able to do. And so we talked with our good friend James, who happens to be Margie's husband and a hospice worker. He came over and kind of did a rough evaluation of Dad, and his opinion was that on the hospice scale, you have to be eligible for hospice, you have to be at a 50 on a scale of 1 to 100. And he said he thinks, in his opinion, and we haven't done the formal hospice, he said it's my young, but in his opinion, Dad's at about a 30 right now. And so we have made arrangements that Dad is going to be staying in an adult care facility, not a nursing home or a memory care facility. I'm sure they probably have them all over the country, but I don't know that for sure. It's an adult care facility where he will be one of just a handful of patients. The most they take at any given point in time is 5 people. And that's if they have fairly easy care cases. If they have more difficult care cases or more time consuming care cases, they take less. It just happens that they had some openings there now, and some transition that had taken place. So Dad will be just the second patient that they are caring for. And the owner of the home, George, has assured us that he won't take anybody else till he knows for sure what kind of time commitment he'll have with Dad. But this facility is beautiful. It's called an estate. I can't remember the first name of the estate, but it's called an estate for good reason. It's beautiful. And it's a gorgeous, big home with a big yard and beautiful landscaping. And it's just really, really pretty. And every patient room has their own private room. Every patient also has their own private restroom. And the house is very beautifully and tastefully decorated. There are a total of 4 people providing care: George, his wife, and their 2 kids, who are grown adults now, all provide the patient care, and they take it in shifts, so it's 24-hour care. And nobody gets too tired because everybody's chipping in. They're amazing cooks, from what I understand. And
anytime he'd go and visit, he would make sure that he didn't eat lunch beforehand, because they were very offended when he said that he had already eaten lunch, and he couldn't accept their food, and it hurt their feelings. And so culturally we knew that it was a big deal. And so he and I talked about it, and I recommended that he talk to his supervisor and verify if ethically that was okay. And she said absolutely. So each time he went, he had an open, no full belly. He had a very empty tank, and he would come home and tell me all about how wonderful her food was.
This couple is Romanian, and George was a doctor in Romania before they escaped the communist country and came here with her family. But when he got here, the U.S. wouldn't recognize his medical credentials, and they told him if he wanted to be a doctor here, he had to start over with the MCATs and work from scratch. Well, he's not an old man, but he's not a youngster either, and that just didn't really sound like a great idea to him to start college all over again. So he and his wife talked about what it is they wanted to do. And one of the things that happens, particularly in Romania, because it's just kind of a cultural thing, is that there are many, many, many multicultural, many multi-generational households where the kids and the grandkids and the nieces and nephews and grandparents all live together.
We have one of those.
Kind of like Margie's house. And
I feel like a zoo.
The Romanian people that have come over here have started probably the majority of these kinds of private care homes, because they saw a need in the United States for similar kinds of assistance available to families. And so the majority of these care homes in the U.S., or at least a very large number of them, are made up of Romanian families. And we will be moving Bob tomorrow. Tonight will be his last night with us here at this house. Truthfully, guys, I don't think he will be hurt by that move, because he's just not tuned in enough to know that's happening. We're going to we'll get him ready in the morning, and we'll go, and we're telling him that he's going to a new club. We call the daycare club, and we're taking him to a new club, and sometimes he might stay over there. So we're going to take some clothes and things, and we think that's a good way to approach it, because his recall is not such that he will, he wouldn't recall that statement more than a few minutes. So that's what we're doing. You guys haven't said a word since I started, and I know you're just listening. And but this is a really hard thing for us because Bryce and I always anticipated that we would have Dad at home, but we're just finding that neither Bryce nor I are spring chickens anymore, and caring for him in his present condition is just more than we could do. And they have all of the wonderful assistive devices there. So he'll have a hospital bed. For example, right now he can't get into his bed anymore. It's too high for him to climb. But in his new home, he will have an adjustable hospital bed that actually goes clear to the floor. So they can adjust it at whatever level Bob needs. They have in his room and in every room, they have a recliner, if he prefers to sit there, that will stand him up. And the most the ratio would ever be would be 5 to 1. And right now the ratio at this place, the care ratio, is 2 to 1. I mean, we couldn't ask for much better than that. This gentleman, when we were talking with him, both Bryce and I were confident, we're encouraged by the fact that he knows a lot about Parkinson's. He's a doctor, he's a cardiologist, but he has, while he's been doing this care home business, he's learned a lot about dementia, a lot about Parkinson's, a lot about Alzheimer's, and they really know exactly what they're doing. And he was able to explain some things to us that actually made a lot of sense. For example, one of the little struggles we have Dad now and again is that he'll just drop trow and drop his pants and walk around the house. I don't want that in my living room, especially when I have employees in and out and thing and another. So it's kind of been an ongoing battle. But he said the reason he does that is that Parkinson's disease, one of the ways in which Parkinson's affects your mind, is that your legs begin to feel as if they're in water, and the clothes feel heavy. And so they tend to want to get rid of the clothes because they feel heavy because their body feels like it's in water. He will, if he doesn't take his pants off, he'll roll his pant legs up and take his shoes and socks off so that he's not getting his clothes wet, because that's the way his mind is thinking now. And so we know this is the best decision for him. We also know that hospice at this point is a particularly important decision for him. And so we are moving forward with the plan. A tough thing to do. On one hand, like I said, I feel very confident in the care facility we've chosen. And I think that because they do have both the expertise and the tools to handle him, that he will be better served there than at home. And secondly, as we go down the hospice path, I don't think Bryce or either one can deal with that. I mean, we'll go when we'll visit, but 24/7, I don't think we could deal very well with that. So since we know that we are in kind of the final stretch, it's the right time to make this decision and go forward. My only regret is that they don't take pets. You can't take pets to visit. So he won't get to see Teddy, but I guess we'll just have to go and pick him up. We can pick him up and take him places, go out and get ice cream or things if we want to. And we could pick him up and take the dog and go to a park and let him throw the ball for the dog. So if he is into that. So anyway, yeah, that's enough on that message. But you guys have kind of lived with us through this whole adventure with Dad and our 5-year. He's been with us almost 5 years. But yeah, it's not gonna be easy, but I'm actually gonna be an empty nester for the first time. You know that? Because Lauren moved out last year. Jordan got married, moved out a couple of years before, and Dad was here, so I never was without kids. So I'm actually going to be, well, he wasn't, Dad obviously isn't a kid, but I still had a responsibility there. So it's going to be really weird for a while, but we're going to be okay. And I appreciate your support, guys. It's a tough one, but we're doing what we honestly believe is the right thing for Dad. And so the time has come. So I'm putting up this cottage. It's called Primrose Lane insert paper, and I want to pick an insert that will go nicely with what I'm doing here. But you can see some of these inserts are absolutely little cottages, so this will be cute. And for this birdhouse one, I think I can choose anything that's got some floral to it. That's going to be cute. These are full color inserts that have writing on the inserts. So we'll look at the words to our inserts and decide whether we want to use the floral piece or the written word, or whether we want to use both and just cut them to fit both sides of our card. So, you guys got any questions? Like I said, I know that he's been with us enough over the years that you guys care about him too. If you have any questions, I'm happy to attempt to answer them. Okay, here's our card. I got one of my purple glitter cards, and I just loaded all 3 pieces of that, propping up the centerpiece and putting a little tag on it. I love this just the way it is. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out how we want to insert this. I can't use both the top and the bottom border, unfortunately. They're beautiful, and that would be fun, but I can't get them both in. So I think what I will do is use the bottom borders only and leave the top for writing. I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Well, I'm going to try and cut it to 5 by 7. We'll see how that does. Thank you, Brenda. And thank you, Sharma. And someone else commented right up there. Excuse me? Thelma commented, and somebody else right between Sharma. There we go, Irene. Thank you guys all for your prayers and your well wishes. We certainly believe in the power of, and we appreciate your thoughts. So, let's see. It's beautiful here today. Gorgeous in Portland, Oregon. Still cool outside.
And very yellow.
Oh, there's so much pollen. Oh my gosh, there's so much pollen. I'm still sniffling and snorting, and you'll see me grabbing my water bottle frequently because it's just awful. I said to Margie a minute ago, maybe we should turn up the HEPA filter back there and see if we can get a little more filtration of the air. And she said, oh, it's already taken over the HEPA filter. We got to wash everything before we can turn it up because it's terrible. These are really pretty inserts. I love that. Sending heartfelt wishes with love. That's a nice neutral one. So, how much do I have on? About 2 inches. I think I can go ahead and cut this to 5 inches, and we should be centered really nicely with this one. Cut this to 7 inches. I'm so grateful we've had, I have to say this, our people from Homestead were really, 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 really thoughtful and good caregivers. And I'm grateful to the two ladies we had the most there. I absolutely adore the women that we had helping with Dad, and I will continue to be friends with them for years to come, I know. For as far as the company is concerned, I'm not sure that I would recommend that particular agency because they kind of did some icky things. And so if you ever find yourself in the position of having to decide from a care perspective, they were great. And again, they attracted really good employees. From a business perspective, I don't think they treated their employees particularly well. For example, they charged me $50 an hour to care for Dad at nights, and they paid our caregivers $17 to $20 an hour. That's just not right. That's just not right. And they would call us at the last minute and switch our caregivers. And I figured my way of thinking is if we were paying that agency as much as we were, it probably didn't make a lot of sense for them to be switching out Dad's caregivers. I didn't think that it should be necessary to change them as often as they did. And so from a that they didn't return their phone calls, which is a pretty awful thing. So not sure I recommend the agency, but I sure did. There sure are some great adult caregivers out there. I want you to know that if you find the need to look, it's surprising how good some of the people are. Yeah, Irene, you say all this in tax time too. Yep, that's why I applied for an extension. I was in there Monday night applying for an extension. It's funny because in TurboTax I couldn't find the electronic form I needed to file the extension online, but I Googled it and read on the website that you could do it directly through the IRS. So I signed into the IRS website, hit the apply for an extension page, and it said page not found. So I ended up filing a paper form and having Bryce run it to the post office at 10 o'clock at night, who fortunately was still receiving tax documents. Even applying for an extension was kind of a hoot. I decided I couldn't live without these borders on the top. So I'm coming in and putting the borders back on the top of this. Because why not? It's pretty. So, I heard from Roberta. She didn't say much about what's going on with her and her internet or anything else. She said, G45 has some beautiful sets coming out. Please make sure you order them. And I agree. They're beautiful. I had already ordered them, but I love the fact that Roberta's staying right on top of making sure I get those orders in timely. I love her. Wait till you see the new G45. I placed the largest opening order for a pattern I have ever ordered from G45. Yes, there's a lot of G45 coming, Margie. I ordered like 24 of each because they are absolutely, almost indescribably beautiful. Really beautiful. The summer one has lots of florals and lots of watermelon, believe it or not, but it's just beautiful. And then there's another one that is hummingbirds and butterflies.
Well,
You can't go
I'm a
wrong with
sucker for
hummingbirds.
that.
Hummingbirds and butterflies.
And my mom's favorite food is watermelon.
Oh,
She
well.
does everything watermelon.
So you'll be having these. I'm taking it. All right. If I have a piece of border left, I might put a little piece of border down there. It doesn't really have to have it, but I have a tiny gap between the two that I may fill in. So let's go on to another card, shall we? I feel like I really distracted us at first there. And let's see if we can find something fun to do. This is cute. This is that Potter shed. I like this Potter shed. I think that's cute. Let's do that next. Now this has wood tones, and this has wood tones. I wonder if this one and this one were supposed to go together. I can just use whatever I want, wherever I want, because the colors are similar anyway. This does have these same flowers, so this was the other one. So this one goes back here. All right, how are you guys doing? We don't see Annette. Is Mary Art's not here yet either.
I think she was feeling under the weather yesterday.
Yeah, I think they've both been under the weather. Can you see my hands on the TV? Lily's fascinated by the fact that she can see us on TV. She's such a cutie. Oh my gosh. Every time she comes to see me, I have to find a snack for her. What this has told me is that when the time comes that I do have grandchildren, I am going to spoil them rotten. I can see it now. No, I won't spoil them rotten. I really won't do that. My grandmother always told me regarding my kids, she said, you spoil those babies, but you spoil them sweet. You never spoil them rotten.
Very, very true. Hear, hear.
You have to. You have to spoil them sweet. So it's okay to love on them. It's okay to give them treats and do things for them, but you don't create monsters.
Well, so what transpired a little bit ago when she was sitting on my lap, she started to reach for the pad because she saw me moving my fingers.
Oh,
and so she's trying to copy. And I said, no, we cannot touch this. And
Yeah.
so then her little fingers went out a little bit later, and I said no. And if you choose to do that, you're going to end up in timeout. And she goes, but you're not mom or dad. You can't put me in timeout. I said, oh, yes, I can.
The world is full of mysteries you have not yet learned, my child.
But I got a kick out of it.
Yeah, that was cute. These kids are so smart. Oh, wait till you see these collections, guys. If you haven't seen them yet, they're glorious. Like I said, I placed the largest opening order I have ever placed for a new product line because there's no doubt in my mind that both of these are going to be just stunning. Done. They're just beautiful. I have decided that what I think I want, not sure, but what I think I want, let's get my card facing the right way, is I think I want the floral part top and bottom. It's not wide enough to take all the borders, so I'm going to take the floral part top and bottom and see what I get. So I'm going to use a 6x6 card this time. We're going to do one of those cards where we turn the center layer out on a 90-degree. Oh, Lily does have beautiful hair. So soft and so wavy. We were just talking about that. Margie was saying that if she gets out of the bath and doesn't have her hair combed right away so it kind of dries in ringlets, her hair is really wavy. It's wavy now, but it's even more wavy. And
It kind of goes.
somebody looks sleepy.
Yeah.
I see rubbing of eyes happening there. She's all snuggled in. You know how I'm always telling you that Teddy is all snuggled in Bryce's arm. Lily's doing exactly the same thing with her Nana right now. Just snuggling in. You love your Nana, don't you? Yeah. You have a pretty special Nana. Nana and Papa. You're a lucky, lucky girl. Who is it that has all the hummingbirds? Isn't it you, Irene, that gets a lot of hummingbirds every year? I think Annette does too, maybe. Who has all the hummingbirds?
I moved away from one. We had a tree out front. It was our cherry tree. And they would stop and hang out. They literally stayed in our tree.
Oh,
so
that's neat.
they lived in the tree, and they would zoom in and out and be mad at each other for taking each other's spots. And you could at any point in time probably see about 20.
Wow.
But they were all in the tree, which meant that you couldn't really see them because they're so tiny. And
I think this year we need to plant more more hummingbird friendly plants and pots out on the deck, because we got hummingbirds in, but they tried to feed on our lighted trees out there, which are artificial trees. They did like it when I had, what do you call those flowers that have the little kind of trumpet flowers? They did like those. Came into that a lot.
They like the tall perennial.
Oh, I'm glad I caught that before I glued it.
Fuchsia. So there's like fuchsia bushes that
Uh-huh.
are perennials and not annuals. We have annuals here because we're too cold to keep them alive during the winter. But there are some that handle the annual.
Milkweed.
And yeah, that's what the hummingbirds ate all the time at my house.
Huh.
Was the upright red fuchsia. Hardy fuchsia.
Bryce always buys me a couple of planters for Mother's Day because I love to look out at the flowers. And I'll ask for hummingbird-friendly fuchsias and other things that...
Hardy fuchsias.
Hardy fuchsias that will track them in.
That way you don't have to get a new one because it comes back every year.
Yeah, actually we have a couple of fuchsias that come back every year. We don't put them in the garage or anything. We just put them right up against the house. But they tend to roll over pretty well, and they start blossoming out. And that really big red one we had last year was a holdover.
Mm-hmm.
That looks pretty with the little line of flowers at the top and the bottom, doesn't it? Come in a little bit more on this one.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Would you text Bryce and make sure he remembers to pick up his father, please? I'm usually in there when I
the mail.
Oh, okay, so he's good. He's got it.
Okay.
We've both been a little distracted this week with everything going on. And,
Don't forget your father.
yeah, I don't want him to leave the sweet old guy there. Okay. We have really pretty, this says, the sweetest memories are made in the garden. And then we have a pretty little, you call that, what's the glass garden called? Greenhouse.
There's
But
a greenhouse,
but,
observatory.
The pink, or the clear glass one. Anyway,
They have
it's very pretty.
Yep, I've got it. It's on the tip of my tongue, but can I say it?
Somebody out there
will know it.
Yeah, somebody will know it.
And
What's this, guys? Margie and I are having a hard time coming up with the name of this, of the clear
Arboretum.
greenhouse. Okay.
I think it's arboretum. No.
It still feels like there's another name too that I'm missing. It's beautiful though. I think that we will put these two together. Maybe one of these smaller cards. We'll see if it's big enough to measure. And I'm thinking that what might be nice with this is either a border, which I have some nice borders here, or a piece of ribbon anchoring these two. How can you not just smile when you hear that kind of giggle going on? It just must be done. But the real problem I'll have is that when we have grandkids, it's Bryce I'm going to have to watch out for. With him, we have a small risk, a risk nonetheless of spoiling rotten. Our girls were spoiled pretty sweet, though. They're spoiled, but they're sweet, both of them. Can't stay. Oh, there she is. Hey, we were wondering how you're feeling in that. We were just talking about you just a minute ago, hon.
She said she can't stay, but she's popping in to say hi.
Oh. I know how that goes, Thelma. We hurry in, hurry in, hurry in. You know, it would be pretty on here. Might be a little too uniform. That's my only concern. But what would be pretty on here would be some little dried flowers in this corner. I'm almost tempted not to put a background in it. It'd be beautiful. Let's see. What else do I have sitting here? I still have this. Oh, this is be pretty though. That's why your ears were burning. Yes, it is. Yes, it definitely is. It's because we were thinking of you with love. I think I like this with the green and pink showing. So I'm going to put this on like this. Over on the table, Margie, I have that basket of dried flowers. So I think it's over there.
I moved them
Okay.
as of last night.
Yeah. Okay.
But I know where they're at.
Thank you. I just want to put a couple little sprigs of dried flowers here because I think it's darn it. It's hard to get adjusted to new meds and new conditions. We'll be thinking about you, my friend. That's pretty, isn't it? Pretty little edging on it. I could like it better this way. See what I can find for some pretty little flowers. You wouldn't believe how many flowers I have here, guys. No, you probably would, because you know what I do. When I find something I'm interested in, I kind of go crazy. I'm a little flower crazy. Those are pretty. I enjoyed your daughter, Ethan. Lily's going bye-bye. Milo was almost to Lily. Oh, Lily is so cute. Oh my gosh. So very cute. And probably will put a piece of bubble wrap in with this card because these are dried but not pressed. So they're not completely flat. But they're exactly what I had in mind. So I'll probably put a little bit of bubble wrap in this envelope or send the card in a bubble mailer, which is the other option. Let's do
Did she tell you goodbye? Because she was going to come and tell you goodbye.
no, but that's okay. I know it's distracting when Daddy gets here. How old is she now?
She just turned 4.
Wow. She's so tiny.
Yeah.
When my kids were 4, they were about twice that size, but we grow them big in the Hamilton household. People used to bring the little babies into the bank when I worked there and show them to me, and they say, "Can you remember when your kids were this size?" No, my kids were never that size. They were born half grown. I have to admit there's something extra special about the tiny ones. Don't tell my girls I said that. We have that in common too, Annette. Patience is not my strong suit.
Delete.
Margie's giving me a hard time with that delete. She was trying to show me something on the computer and I was doing the typing. And she had to yell, "Stop hitting the delete button." She's never forgotten that or let me forget it.
The funny thing is that you tend to tell that story more than I do.
That's true. That's
So I
because you
guess
remind me of it and then I tell it. That's what's really going on there. Okay. I like that, Brenda. I'm patient as long as I get it immediately. Yep. I Did that backwards. Sorry, had foam squares under one of them. I wanted to leave it off the corner, but then I put it on the wrong corner. It should still be okay. They're pretty forgiving. Okay. A little piece of foliage. I have one open. Of course not.
Arboretum.
Huh? Arboretum now?
That's
That
the
is
only
a-
one
that
that
is
I can
a-
come up with.
Yeah.
There's another one though, I think. Let me give a couple things a try.
You don't need a thesaurus. One of my customers told me a joke the other night, and I laughed and laughed. I just thought it was so funny. Everybody I've told it to has looked at me and said, "Really?" Bryce really upset me the other night. He accused me of stealing his thesaurus. I got so angry, irritated, salty. Oh, wow, Annette. Ooh, 10 pounds, 4.5. 10 pounds, 4.5 ounces, I'm guessing is what you're saying there. But wow, that's a big baby. Jordan was 9'3".
Now she says that was her youngest. Well, so I know that with my grandma, she had 9 and 10 pound babies that came at the opposite end because my mom and her brother are 16 years apart.
Wow.
And so he was a surprise. So they decided to have 2 because they needed someone to play with. So my mom was first. And she was kind of average size. And then my uncle came in 14 months after my mom was born and had, I think he was 9.5. And then the last 2 were 10-pound babies.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's big babies. So after the uncle, there were more.
Yes, there was one more after. So the first uncle, and then I had 2 more. Yep.
I should have moved my furnace a little more to the side, but it's still pretty. Oh, Deborah. Well, I tore that one up. Didn't mean to. Just did it. I don't like it anyway. Okay, conservatory. You know, conservatory is what I was trying to think of.
Yep.
Good job, Tharma.
Thank you very much.
It was going to bug Margie all night long.
I would have gotten there. But I would try Arboretum like 5 times, I'm sure.
Conservatory. That's exactly the right word. Especially if it's big and fancy. He had a beautiful conservatory in one of the parks in Spokane. I used to like to go visit.
Yeah, we went to that one. I think the biggest one that I was at was one in England,
Ooh.
but another big one was in Minneapolis.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
that cusp between Minneapolis and that other St. Paul.
Okay. What do I want to do with this
Oh, there's a Brenda riddle. Hang on. I missed it. I was looking for the word conservatory.
one? I always like
I
her
haven't
jokes here.
been waiting to see you. If you're an American when you go into the bathroom, an American when you come out of the bathroom, what are you when you are in the bathroom?
I have no idea. I would assume I'm still an American when I'm in the bathroom. What did she say?
I think that I saw it earlier because I think that she said it. It's European.
Oh, European. Okay, that's good.
That sounds like an Emma joke.
I did not see that, but now I have, Thelma. This really is a pretty card, guys. Oh, I don't think I put my inserts in these two.
Irene's guess was hope an American getting relief.
I
I missed a few. Sorry, guys.
Let's see what we have for sentiments here. I think I like. We're all flowers from the same garden. That's my sentiment on this one. So pretty. So very pretty. Oh, I bet that would be a neat show. Bryce is really into watching all the cooking shows from Europe, the Great European Cookie Contest, and who knows, all those things. He loves them. He loves all those cooking shows. He would watch them 24/7. But then he says I would watch the news 24/7, so we have to trade off now and again. Okay, let's see. Did we have any birdhouses on those inserts? No, I don't. I did see a pretty floral that would look good in here. Got stuff all over my desk, Margie.
Surprise?
Yeah, not really. No surprise here. Nice flower border I could use. I guess it really doesn't matter because I'm wishing you true happiness today and always. Oh, I love that. I'm going to put that one on here. Then I got this beautiful border over here. What's a person to do? I think I'm going to use that one. That's what I'm going to do. What about you guys? You like those cooking shows? I like the ones that are themed, like the Halloween and Christmas ones.
Yeah.
I think those are fun.
The one that Emma, well, we kind of thought that it would be something fun for all of us to watch, but she's the one that pointed it out. It's called Is It Cake?
Is it
And
cake?
it's on Netflix. And people make cakes shaped like everyday objects.
Oh, yeah.
And then you
Decide if
have
it's
to
real?
guess. Yes.
Oh,
And so they literally will go and build this, and then at the very end they showcase it with its same identical real live object.
oh my gosh.
And
That's
then they
fun.
slice it. If they can open it, they slice it, and if they can't open it, then the knife obviously doesn't go through. So good night, Annette, and say hello to Mary.
Hello, Mary. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was wondering about you earlier. If you play back, you'll hear I was saying, we haven't heard from Mary today. I hope she's okay.
She was cooking dinner.
She was cooking dinner. That's okay. Cooking dinner is okay.
It's a necessity somewhere in the list of things to do in a day.
Not if I've got a phone. No such thing as a cooking necessity if I got a phone. I have to say, though, Bryce hasn't been feeling well, as you guys know, for a long time. And so he hasn't been cooking, but then I haven't been cooking either. So we've been having fast food for 2 weeks, and I'm really looking forward to some real food. So, or I'm going to have to actually cook. That's the other thing. It's a possibility. It could come around that I have to cook.
Sharma says that she has a 10 by 12 craft room and a work in about 12 by 12 space. Inch space.
Oh, I got it. Where I have the cottages will match these really well. But where I don't have a cottage, I am taking the floral side of these inserts, and they're going to be really pretty. I just cut that too short. No, I didn't. Never mind. I didn't cut it too short. I cut it too big. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'm going to leave a border around here, but I seem to have to cut this a lot today. I don't think I'm on my A game. I don't think I'm quite on my A game today. I appreciate you guys' forgiveness for that, but it is what it is. Okay. I like that. It looks good. I should have showed you what you get with this magazine. I'm losing my touch here. You get with this magazine the actual craft magazine that has lots of nice stories in it. And we have a beautiful happy birthday die in this magazine. And then we have the deluxe card kit in this magazine. So there's a lot of value in the magazine. Wishing you health and happiness.
Irene said that this is going to be a hard to pick out a favorite.
Good. That makes me happy when it's hard to pick a favorite. There's really some beautiful toppers in here. I'll do the tea one next. I don't think we're going to get through all of these on a Thursday night, but we'll get the tea one going, because that will make Margie happy. We got to make Margie happy. These full color inserts are working really well for this. So I don't know what we want to do about making sure we get them together. Do we want to revise the listing? Or do we want to just bundle them up with just bundle some with the magazines?
We just have it with the magazines. Since
Okay.
It's a free gift. We can just pop it in and
Okay.
I'll pull out some counts. So
Yeah, that's good.
It. So you have to buy it, though, in order to get the inserts.
Yeah. These inserts are beautiful with these, too. This one says, wishing you true happiness today and always. Okay. So we've got we've done 3 cards to this point, I think. 4 cards to this point. We've got them all inserted now. Here's our bird. You can see why I wanted to put that on there. Look at that. This is not the same set, but look at the insert with the birds. Isn't that beautiful? Wishing you health and happiness. This is the one we did on both sides. Uh-oh. Got a little buckle there. I have to fix. Cut that just a little long there. So it's trying to buckle against the side. May end up putting that border in right now. But I have a border, so that's okay. I could either put in this border, or I could take one of these strips. These throwaway strips. Love them. Margie is getting a big new crafting space.
Well, it will require building. So I don't know. We seem to always be busy with something. So it could be like till next year. Don't let my mom hear that, though, because
Well, tell them what you're
ready
doing,
to go.
Margie. You guys are getting like a big shed, right?
Yeah, so we're having
prefab?
No, it's we're getting a shed where you buy everything to make it. So everything's already cut the size that you need.
Sorry. Let me just answer Irene here. She already bought the magazine. She wants to know if she can buy the inserts. Why don't we just put her name on a pack, and when your next order comes through, Irene will send them to you automatically for free, okay? We need to just put Irene's name on a pack of inserts, okay? Sorry, go ahead. You're doing exactly what I asked you to do, and then I interrupt you.
So it basically is a kit that comes with all that you will need in order to be able to build your shed.
Okay.
So that's getting delivered.
But it doesn't have any prefab pieces in it? I misunderstood,
No.
James.
Yeah. No. Well, originally we were going to, but it cost a lot more.
Yeah.
And so we found one that was what we were looking for. We wanted doors and windows, but we only wanted them on one side so that
Okay.
we would get as much wall space
Okay.
as possible.
Yeah, that's
So
smart.
so it's 12 by 24 feet, and we can also create, because we got the taller ceiling, we can also create a little crawl space up above to slide like our holiday papers and
Oh,
stuff
that's
up
nice.
in there. And so then from there we have to turn around and put in insulating foam. I mean, it's going to basically be like
Like building a room.
Yeah. And so we'll put in the purple foam insulation, I think, and then we'll wall it up and set it up. And we'll have heating and air conditioning and electricity. And there is already, where it sits, a drain. Where we're going to set it has a drain for the sink.
Cool.
So, no bathroom though.
Oh.
So my mom says that she'll just, if the time comes where she has to make sure that she can't make it to the bathroom in time, she says, I can wear Depends. Irene says that she wants the graphic 45 to come in soon so that she can order it.
And so they usually ship pretty fast, and they have the distributor orders in stock now. So I'd say within the next week or so, might be 2 weeks before you see them listed, depending on when they come in versus when Brittany comes in. But might have to sneak one out and show it to you anyway because they're beautiful. They're just amazing. They're not just beautiful, they're amazing. I wanted to do this because of the houses. Do you realize I haven't done one with a house on it yet? We'll always take care of you, Irene. Okay. Well, after this one, I ended up doing the ladder. I don't know why. It said it was doing the tea party. I have 2 more cards I have to make. I have to make at least one cottage. Come on, this is a Primrose Lane look-alike card set. I have to do at least one cottage. And then we'll do a blooming great. Then we'll do one of these cottages because they're beautiful too. Okay. Irene's wondering how you're going to heat it.
We have a propane heater that kind of like a little kind of wood stove type, but it's not wood. It's propane because I'm allergic to wood smoke. Go figure. Whenever we smell smoke, we have to close up any of the doors and windows in our house. It's really sad. But so we have a propane heat that we can just put right in.
Wow, nice.
And then we have got the air conditioner, and it's just a window. It's not, it's not going to be huge enough that a window air conditioner will absolutely be able to keep it cooler. And living up that hill, we're a little bit cooler
hot,
anyways. Yeah. There is a time that gets muggy.
Okay, I cut some of my bigger foam squares up a little bit so I could pop these around the edge of this frame. I was really contemplating doing this in an arch, but I really like this. I really like this on that background, so had to do it.
Yeah.
I was just going to cut around it, make an arch card, but it's just too pretty on the background, so gotta do what I gotta do.
By having the propane heater too, it will, just having that, it has a pilot light on, so it will be able to keep a little bit more heat and keep the dampness out of the room because of the pilot light, because it still sends a little bit of heat out no matter what, unless you take off the pilot light. So we're thinking that will be the
enough to keep it from freezing out there.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we might have to turn on the heat in general, but I don't know. We'll have to play by ear. We might have to just put out a different type of heat for freezing, because we don't want moisture in anything.
Okay, so I'm popping up the outside on some foam squares. I'll glue the little inner ring down flush, and I will pop up the ladder page on the inside, ladder topper on the inside. This really is a beautiful kit, I gotta say. Then again, it's Hunkydory, and they do mostly beautiful kits. I'm not as fond of some of their thoughtful moments and some of those that they occasionally do, but I really do think most of their florals and homes and animals and things are spectacular.
Yeah, the Enchanted Moments. Is it Enchanted Moments or Enchanted Forest that is for Saturday?
Let's see, Enchanted Forest.
That one is pretty.
The cards are really, really different to that one. I think that's why it will be fun to do, is they're very different. They use keyholes on the cards. And they use some of those G45 embellishments, the pearls, and so I think it's going to be fun. I keep getting glue all over me, guys. That doesn't surprise you. You've seen my hands when I stamp. You have no reason to be surprised by that. Okay. Instead of putting glue on my ring, I'm putting the glue on my card and setting my ring into the glue, just to kind of control the glue mess a little bit. Otherwise, I'd end up with it stuck all over this, trying to get it on the inside. Somebody asked me in the comments the other night, will you tell us what brand those stickies that don't work well are? Because I don't want to buy those. I bought these from a liquidator years and years ago, and I don't sell them, so it's unlikely you will ever be tempted to buy them. Like all things from liquidators, sometimes you get some that aren't quite up to par. You have to be very selective. Okay. hope your day is wonderful issue. I like that one. And you're blooming great. That works well together. So they do. Irene, I agree with you. Just the best to work on the English countrysides. I ate a great big baked potato from Wendy's at lunch today, and I ate a big thing of chili. But I am getting so hungry. I have no reason to be hungry, but that doesn't mean a thing. Stomach's starting to growl.
Mine's talking too.
Is it?
Yep.
Well, they have interesting and valuable things to say, I guess.
Yeah, like feed me. Or you didn't eat that, did you?
To which I respond, I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
That's gorgeous.
Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's see.
When it came in, Brittany goes, "Oh, Margie, by the way, you need to take this home with you."
I
I said, "What?" She says, "Well, I know you're going to take it, so you should just take it." And so then I thought, it is beautiful. So I did. I took it home, but in seeing it a little bit closer on further inspection, I might have to take one home for Mom.
It's beautiful. Okay, here's our tea card coming up. We had to have a tea card. And this is tea for two, or you have a terrific time. Those are our choices. The bottle's been leaky again. Okay, so let's give me another 6x6. Let's see what we got for. Oh, this one. There it is. This one definitely goes with this topper. Ooh, maybe I should make a gatefold out of it instead, because that would be pretty. I always think gatefold when I see two borders that match. Gatefold.
And Z-fold might work kind of nicely too.
The what?
A Z-fold.
Yeah, that could be good. Yeah, maybe we'll do that, because I haven't done one of those today. I haven't done gatefold today either. But all right. So, Z-fold card, we're going to take our top piece. We're going to fold it back to the fold line. I'm going to cover this side with this piece. Yeah, it's going to look good. Good suggestion. I hope Dad had a good day today, and if he's feeling up to it, I think we'll take him for some ice cream. See how he's doing. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to cut this piece of cardstock. I think my great-great-great-grandfather came from Mars. Okay, Thelma, we believe you, but how did you reach this conclusion?
Because she said, I like different
Oh,
when we were discussing options.
okay. Ooh, that's going to be beautiful. So we're going to cover the entire inside of the card. That's going to be very pretty because sometimes I'm spacey. Okay. I think we need to put this on a backing sheet so we don't have little floppy bits. I know. We had this big old discussion of floppy bits the last time. Poor Glenn couldn't quite figure out what we were talking about with floppy bits. It would be faster to die cut one, but I think I'll just cut it. I can do this. I had a new pretty heart shirt on to come out to do the stream today, and I got chili all over it. Quick run in to swap outfits. Bryce will hear this later and say, "Why did you say that? You didn't have to say that." Oh, I don't know. I'm a mess.
Well, you say these things so that they know that you didn't come from space. No, I think that it's nice to always, we're human.
Oh, definitely. If there was any question at this point, you guys haven't been watching. The other day, that's another one of those things I shouldn't tell you. The other day in class, I made one of my cards backwards again. I did not fess up. I just held it up without opening it and showed you. Told Margie later I couldn't show him again because I just did it not long ago.
Well, and you had done it in the practice run too. I think there was something that you had just literally done it.
Yeah. So crazy. I don't know how much butterfly dance we have left. I ordered some more today. I could see that being another class we might offer again. So everybody really liked that so much. In fact, our final session of that, you were here. No, you weren't here.
No,
you were
but
here
I got it set
Friday.
up. Yeah.
We had, I think, 9.
Yeah, there was 9 people total.
It was a nice size class.
Had to make sure that I had enough stuff.
That was great fun to have. Full. Couldn't have pulled that off if stamps had still been on the table. So thank you for moving all the black ceiling
I was
stuff.
very happy to move it.
He sneaks out early sometimes. He comes to
hasn't
say
been
hi
in
to us.
discussion
Yeah.
for very long. I mean, just at the very get-go.
I think it's kind of a busy time of year for him. But it's nice he stops to see us. Clean up the glue mess. Make a bigger mess than I am getting it cleaned up. Must have had a lot of glue under here because every time I try to polish it back up, I grab some more glue and pull out.
And then put it back on top of the gold.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that. Just like that. But now it's polished and it looks pretty. Let's put some foam squares under there. Maybe check it proper rust again. I started to stick it on in a way that was going to be too far over. That's why I peeled it up halfway and stuck it down again. What are you guys going to do with your weekend? I know you'll all be here between 11 and 2 on Saturday, but what else? What else are you going to do?
Unknown. I don't think that we have much in the way of plans. Emma goes and she's with her mom starting Saturday afternoon. And then on Sunday I'll be teaching class.
Oh, that's true.
So we've got the little birdies class to do. And James works. So
Okay.
it kind of just throws out a lot of busyness. I probably will be working on trying to get some things set up I'm trying to get absolutely everything organized for crafting in as much consolidation as I can.
Yeah.
So I have slowly been going through and taking and labeling everything.
Isn't that pretty? Look at that. That's beautiful.
And those memory pockets have come in very handy because I have gotten all of my stamps out of their regular packaging.
Oh, okay.
And I have them marked with who makes them, what the code is, or the SKU name. And then I put them in the memory box envelopes, and especially the rubber stamps work well in those, or I put on one of the sheets. And so then that way they're all in the same shape, so I can get a lot of them to fit in, and all I have to do is flip through them, and I put them all in alphabetical order.
Nice.
Per company. So anyways, and I've been doing that with the dies too. I have 3-ring binders that are so heavy they weigh over 40 pounds. So I think I'm going to have to cut them into a few extra.
Yeah, because that pinch grip will get it.
Yeah. So But by compacting all of that, it will give us more space in the shed. So I've been doing a lot of that for the last year.
That turned out fun, guys.
When I sit and watch TV, that one's so pretty.
Very pretty.
So I will sit and watch TV and go through and do all those different kinds of things. And
I have to have one of these beautiful houses, and I'm going to stop. I have to have one of these beautiful houses, just one. Okay, let's see. Which one do I want? Do I want that one or that one? They're both beautiful. Okay, what we got here? I didn't even talk about the double-sided papers you get in here. There is tons of paper left in this kit. Oh, this matches this one.
Oh, and they're double-sided, it looks like.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's beautiful. It's got the same little flowers on it.
It reminds me of a smaller, I can't see it really up close. Maybe it sort of kind of can. It reminds me of the Cottage Life.
Oh, yeah, it is, actually. And we're all, I think we have a few sheets of loose paper on that. And otherwise, the Cottage Life is gone forever.
Yep, we're still live, Mary R.
I said, everybody's so quiet tonight. I think I might have done that to them. That's a pretty, pretty piece of paper. So many pretty things left in this kit, guys. We've done, I don't know, 6 or 7 cards by the time we're finished here. And there's still so much. I think I would like this way this time, just to be different. It looks like a flower. How's Gemma doing, Mary R? Teddy's wearing a cone. It's not really the comb of Shane, though. It's one that Paula sent. It is an inflatable little donut thing that goes around his neck but keeps him from scratching because he's got a hot spot that we're trying to get rid of. He has allergies this time of year, and it's probably just compounded for him, just like it is for us. You know, there's Tons
It
of
is
stuff.
bad this year. I
It's
mean, I
really
know
bad.
that it is bad this time of year anyways, but it truly is. Your blue car is looking a little green because
Yes.
of all the yellow that's on it.
It really is. I was laughing about that. I know I don't usually do that because this didn't match up very well doing that. But I can still match it in the circle. That's fine. It's a really pretty kit. And what's the price on this? In fact, maybe you can link it, Margie. I think it's 15 something, isn't it?
I don't know. That's bad, isn't it? It's magazine
just go to
75, right?
Yeah. It might be easier just to go in and look at the. Just go look at the magazines and category under products. Craft magazines category should be at the top. You can also go right down there because I see product types, craft magazines right there. And list of the following categories: product type, craft magazines.
Where are you seeing it? On the right?
Go down like 7 bullets. Right there. Up one.
Ah.
Well, I did something different today, guys. I put it on sideways instead of. Well, let's try that again. You're looking at me while you're doing the. Oh, there's a Hunkydory. Where is it? Maybe you should.
Let's try this. Do you have the little sheet possibly right there? Is that the little. The magazine that tells what number it is, too. Nope, it doesn't have the number.
You can see what Margie was doing there. We got the cameras up on easels sitting on the table, and Margie was reaching through the easels.
It's probably because I didn't call it issue. I had the right number, though. You got the magazine and the papers, and did that come with it?
The happy birthday die, yes.
Birthday die?
I'll show that. And then you get the double-sided papers. And you get the whole deluxe 4 toppers, 4 coordinating cardstocks, 4 foiled cardstocks.
Found
There
it.
it is. And remember, right now it's $19.99, and right now you get a free pack of inserts from the Primrose Lane. I kept thinking Victorian Lane. That's not right. Can you go back on the page so I can see the camera? Oh, sorry. It's T. Actually, I like that on the topper better. Surprised me.
So this is going to have in the actual magazine. It's going over the Treasured Moments collection. I think the Treasured Moments might be the all occasion cards this year. The By Land, Sea, and Air.
Okay, we have that in.
Yep. It has examples of how to use those. It's got the butterfly dance in it. How to use frames different ways. There is a photograph book in here.
Okay.
And they gave examples of how to use their poetry stickers or their poetry books, the pads. So the foiled paper pads that we got in. I think they sold fast.
I ordered some more today.
Oh, well then there you go.
Yeah. I went in to make sure that I had ordered more of the rainbow card kits. Garden Rainbow. Rainbow Garden. And picked up a few more pieces of a lot of things. So, yeah. They're finally getting their back-ordered shipments in soon. So they're going to have botanical butterflies and stained glass and one thing and another. So by using the topper that's kind of at a different angle, you can't tell it's the same house. Okay, let's take a look at what we've created today. And maybe we should take a look at what we've got left, since there's like a ton of stuff here on this desk. Yeah.
And because of all of the really neat, I know you're going to show cards, but just because they've put out a lot of really cool little square books over the last couple
have
weeks.
A bunch of them coming.
And that's also in this magazine.
Yeah. We have the dragons coming. And we have the Highland cows coming. We have a bunch of good ones. Okay, see what I've got left here. And I'll show you all the cards we've made. And inserts. We still have ones that are going to be beautiful with our leftover toppers. And if you don't like the picture, just cut out and use the thought. There's tons of beautiful inserts left, and they're full color, so you can get a lot of use out of those. Love it when they make full color inserts. So I've half of that one to use. That one. So we've got all those inserts left. I have plenty of cards worth. I have these double-sided papers. I have half of the blue and the rose stripe. I have a purple and a green, or purple and a wood tones. I have the green and the pink. I have the pink gingham. So I still have four double-sided papers left. I have this cardstock. And this cardstock, this one, which I think you could use every inch of, it's beautiful. And this one, so I have 4 cardstocks left. We know we can get at least a couple cards out of each one of those. And I used up one sheet of toppers, and then I kind of went around and took them off of the others. But look how many toppers we have left. We have all of those and all of those. And we have all of these left. So you can just make so many things out of this kit. It's amazing. Some more insert paper. And some more insert paper. Oh, another half sheet of cardstock. That's beautiful. I'm going to keep those borders too because they're pretty. And let's see, here's another sheet of our cardstock. Okay, let's see what we did for our cards. And I think we got them all inserted. We'll find out. So since 4 o'clock, it's now 5:52. We have made one. Let's name these so you can tell me what's your favorite. We have the birdhouse. Here's the ladder. I love that ladder. Neat with that soft gingham in there. That's so pretty. We got the potting shed. We've got the glitter birdhouse. So we have a birdhouse and a glitter birdhouse in purple. We've got this little one with the dried flowers. Let's just call it the dried flowers. We've got the tea time. Love this. I'm probably skewing my audience, but that is beautiful. And then we've got the home sweet home. Want to see them again? Are you guys ready to make your decisions? If you haven't already done so, please hit the like button. It makes me feel good and it lets YouTube know that they can count on us to provide a good program for you. And if you're not already a subscriber, hit subscribe. We have a good time every time we get together. One of the nicest groups of people you have ever met here in this craft room. And when we sign off for today, hang around if you would. Just hit the refresh button. And when you refresh, you'll be able to tell us which ones of these cards you like the best. Again, we have Home Sweet Home. We have the Tea Party or Tea Set. Tea. Let's call it tea. We have this flowers, dried flowers. We have the glitter birdhouse. We have the potting shed. We have the ladder. And we have the second little birdhouse. The glitter birdhouse and the birdhouse. Okay, so when we sign off, hit that refresh button and tell me in the comments section which one you like the best, okay? Thank you guys again for all of your patience and support. I love you guys. And I said I was going to show you this die that came in there. I didn't show you yet, but that nice big happy birthday die with a shadow. So we will be back on Saturday morning, and we're going to be making cards with G45. So that should be lots of fun. In the meantime, I don't see any questions, so I'm going to go ahead and say good night, Gracie.